There's been a lot of speculation with Jose over the last few days, but now it's becoming actually possibly a serious thing, a situation. The mainstream media doesn't seem to be picking up on it too well. However, the GFS and the GEM model show that Jose is going to come up the eastern seaboard, possibly affecting New York City, Boston, the Cape, things of that. But the mainstream media hasn't jumped on this yet, and I don't know why. We were all over Harvey and Irma before now in the mainstream media, but now all of a sudden they don't want to talk about Jose. Very strange. This is a GFS model. As you can see, Jose is very interested in this area up into Boston, north of Boston, and we are looking at the 19th at 5 p.m. Let's go to Tuesday the 19th, 8 p.m., 11 p.m. As you can see, this area is definitely going to be affected in some way. You're going to feel some wind, if nothing else, possibly some rain. I mean, right there is showing New York City, right there, 40 mile an hour, winds 65. Let's move ahead here. Here is 5 a.m. on the 20th. See, now it's kind of starting to ease away from New York, but take a look down in here into Massachusetts. Massachusetts feeling it. Boston, tropical force winds. Definitely potential. Now, there's rain that goes with that. In this northern New England area, it's massive amount of rain that caused the problem more than anything. Wind gets broken up pretty easily in the mountains with the trees. However, places like Vermont, you put 4 inches of rain in a hurry on Vermont and it's flooded. Not because of it's flat, it's because there's a lot of hills and valleys, and it just funnels down real quickly. New Hampshire, kind of, but not as bad. Massachusetts gets a lot flatter. Then when you get out here, you got a problem. Check that out. 77, 76, a lot of miles an hour going on there. And here on the 20th on the GFS, it shows it going out. Bye-bye, Jose. Now, let's change models. Let's go to the GEM. GEM is pretty congruent with the GFS, except on the time frame. The GEM model has Jose coming in sooner, and it appears as though the GEM may actually show more of an impact area. But here we are, Monday the 18th, 11 a.m., 2 p.m. See, as it's making its approach, here's New York, here's Boston, Massachusetts, Connecticut, all you guys. Let's bring her up. Again, now it's showing some definite effects out towards the Cape, the islands there. Bring it ahead. You see this? You're talking some winds. You're talking hurricane-forced winds here. Very possibly on the 18th, still early of the 19th. Now, as you can see in the GEM model, right here, it looks like New York is going to be getting a bit of it, but it's really up here in Boston that the GEM model is showing will have the most effect. Amazing about this is you're talking on the New Hampshire seacoast, hurricane-force winds. Now, New Hampshire has very little seacoast. I think it's like 18 miles or something stupidly small like that. But you're talking into New Hampshire. Now we show it weakening, and that would be 8 a.m. on the 19th. But still, now you're talking coming into having it affect the lower part of Maine, Kittery, Maine, York Beach, Maine, places like that. And see how it just kind of sits here. Now, if this guy ends up being a rainmaker, this could be kind of bad for this area here. Up in northern New England, it's really unusual to handle a large amount of moisture at any time. Seen several floods in this region, and they ain't pretty. So now we're going to see, now Jose, according to this model, is lifting on out. There's 11 p.m. on the 19th. As you can see, it shows it greatly diminishing in strength. And it kind of creeps right on out. So it's really no joke. We need to keep an eye on Jose. We don't know exactly what Jose is going to do, but almost every spaghetti model shows it being down here and kind of doing this, which means that all of them are indicating that very well the eastern seaboard of the United States could be affected. New England particularly. I'm going to say New York and north of New York all the way up into Maine could actually experience problems from this particularly nasty, never-ending Hurricane Jose. Thanks for stopping in. I'll be doing more as we get closer and closer to potential impact of Jose in New England of the United States, possibly New York City. We'll have to see. Thanks for stopping by. Please like and subscribe, and I'll be back once.
To the East Coast. I could be wrong. Remember, I'm not a professional meteorologist. I'm not even a semi-professional meteorologist. I'm just Thor News. And so we're looking at the latest models here, unedited. Because I'm still sick, and I can't sleep. And like I said, I've only got a couple days left to live, you know. We might as well have some fun, ladies and gentlemen. Wee-haw! Okay, so yeah, we got, and this is very serious. Please, you know, don't think that I'm not taking this as seriously as it is. Because remember, I've just returned to Houston. I have empathy, so I can feel the sadness and there's trash. You wouldn't believe, like 8 feet high, 30 feet deep, everywhere. And then, you know, Keys got wiped out and Florida took major damage. Now it looks like the East Coast is going to take damage. It looks like on this model, Florida's going to get hit again. It seems like every time that happens, there's just a bunch of people in Silicon Valley and San Francisco that are celebrating, that they're always just so happy. Now it's just weird. You know what I'm saying? But I guess San Francisco is the Red Cross, Red Shield state. So, you know, they're like Team Mars. Like, yay! We love human pain and suffering. Okay. That's where this one's going. So, yep, the GFS shows Jose getting really close up the eastern seaboard. And we've seen some pretty big wave heights coming out of some of these totals. And if that didn't alarm you enough, then Lee comes up and strikes Florida. This is on the GFS. Remember, It's like 3 days out. At least for Jose, and like 7 days out for Lee. So, I advise you, you're not supposed to listen to me. You're supposed to go listen to the National Hurricane Center or whoever the government tells you to listen to. But more and more, meteorologists seem to be alarmed at the condition of the ocean and what will be happening over the next few weeks. We're now looking at the European model, and if you'll notice, this is Lee on the 26th. So it's pretty much, the GFS says Jose is going to be hitting lower. This says no, it'll be a bit higher. And so the European has Jose skirting the East Coast and then heading out to sea. And then it has Lee striking the lower East Coast. I gotta sneeze. Okay. So, yeah, it's all alarming. It's all alarming, man. Oh yeah, so this is 19th. This is the gem. Yeah, that looks like trouble. It definitely looks like trouble. Look at that. So yeah, I'm going to play it forward. So the gem has Jose making landfall right around New York, Boston. And so we got 3 models showing Lee hitting somewhere between Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina. What do we got over here? This is the nav gem. So like I'm not making light of this, I take a calculated risk. I was a fool. I thought I could get people to come together, which included the richest families, the top tradespeople on the planet, and all the people. I tried to be the bridge between the power and the people. And I failed. So I will probably have to pay with my life. Yeah, that's cool. Like I said, who wants to stick around Earth if it's just going to be a shithole anyways? And that's exactly where they're taking us. I mean, literally. Do they have to stick their dicks in our brain? Does it have to be spiritual warfare day and night? Do they have to, make everything totally miserable at all times? What type of evil demonic creatures are they? I don't know, they like it. It's almost like the same demon spirit that was behind the Spanish Inquisition, which I warned of. And this is also, Jose shows landfall on the nav gem. So yeah, we got really bad situations all across the board, Like I said, I'm crazy. So you don't have to take my advice. It's just me talking about stuff as I'm showing you the models. So Crazy days indeed. Crazy days indeed. I really wish we would come together. I guess it's too late for that now, huh? All right. So, I want to remind you, Thor News is a publicly funded YouTube channel, and I live and survive off your donations.